Ease back with another Diablo 4 video. Going over today's topic will be power. How to get more power out of your build as you go through the game. A lot of people have been talking and bringing this subject up, trying to figure out how to get stronger. Of course, they want to get stronger faster. Jesus Christ. I guess no one has a chill pill in their backpack or anywhere. But for when it comes to power, you can get it from a few different places, but let me explain to you how this game actually sets it up. It's kind of weird. It really is weird. See, all damage here is tied in to all of these here. So to get the true accurate amount of damage you have to your character is kind of hard to find out the true number of how much damage you're doing, because all of this here is factored into this. But it is also factored, God, I hate where I live. It's also factored into your weapon damage. Now, as you can see over here, you see attack power. I'm gonna make this video short and sweet, get to the point for you guys, because a lot of people that's come to me on my in my clan, and they've been watching other YouTube videos and coming to me, and I'm telling them no or yes. Some guys got it right, and some guys are like, no, it's just you gotta think about it in a different way. So, like I keep telling everybody, these stats here are very, very important. Very, very important. To get your damage number up, you need to make these numbers go up as well. Okay? It's not about trying to find the perfect... Yes, it is about finding the perfect gear. Yes, let me get that straight. It is about finding the perfect gear. But it's also finding gear that will put points into what gives you damage. Now, what gives you more damage in this game? What gives you more damage is crit strike, any critical strike, crit chance, and overpower, and vulnerable damage. These here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, will give you all the damage for your character. Now, to increase the amount of power that's coming into your character here, it even tells you right up front, guys. I don't know how everybody, from what I've been told on YouTube, from people that my clan who are going to YouTube to find out, and a couple of channels that I've looked at, they're not reading this tooltip right here. It says skills scale their base damage using this value. That means if your skills aren't set correctly, your weapon damage number will drop. Your skills, your stats, all work together to get your damage number higher. For a druid, we need willpower. Willpower gives you skill damage, which makes you hit harder, makes your power up harder, stronger. Where it says here, attack power, that number is a cumulative power of everything that you have on all these stats here. That's not telling you how much actual damage you're doing to the actual character. These numbers here are going to help you tell you what damage you're doing to your character. And whatever class you're playing, I believe Druid is here, and Rogue is dexterity, and probably Wizard. You know how that goes. Every D&D game is the same with the class base. But you find out what's your class, which one gives you the most power to your class, skill-wise. That way you can get your weapon damage number higher, because as it says, the base damage is based on your equipment with an S. That's all your equipment. Also, it scales with your skills. Your skills also. So what I keep telling everybody, if you are going to try to make a build in the beginning, you don't need to be level 70 or have 190 build or whatever to get as strong as everyone else. You can be just as strong as long as you watch your numbers. These numbers here are more important. These numbers up to here are more important than anything else in the game. Everyone else is worrying about stuff that's like, I don't know, way down here, I believe. Of course, armor is one of your top priorities in the game. Uh, People are saying that resistances are useless. That is also a lie. You don't see a difference in your resistance when you're attacking people or getting attacked. But take that gear off that doesn't have resistance and run into a fire pit, and you'll see a difference. So yeah, they do play a part. They really do play a part. I took all my fire gear off just to see if this resistance does not count like everyone says, and yeah, I died. And I had I have like what, almost 3,000 armor at that time. I had like almost 3,000 armor at that time. And yeah, those count, people. I don't know why you're putting it off. I think the reason why they're putting it off because of this. Not here. Do I have an example? No, I kept mine all up top. Yeah. Yeah, I made sure I kept all mine up top. Okay, cool. I kept mine up top. I don't have an example. Sorry. But you can get yeah, these are the examples I want to show you guys next. You can get resistances under the second line where it says damage to slow and everything. If you got resistance here, yes, you want to get rid of them and roll them somewhere else. You want to try to keep your resistances on this top part. Okay, like this one here where it says fire and shadow. You want to try to keep your gear with resistance up there. You can get them down below, but you gotta roll them on, or you can find gear that already has them on. But if it's down in the lower section, take it off. That lower section on all your gear is the part that makes you stronger. The second, under the second line, after, when you let's say weapons, because weapon has a lot of stuff on it people are worrying about the most. Like after you get past that first line where it says damage per second and everything, and you go down to that second line, the main stat where the slots are and everything, that section is where you get all your power for your character. If you change those, move them around, you can pull out more power from your build than you can normally. And you can do that way before endgame. Okay? Like I'm doing now. I haven't lost yet in PvP, and I beat level 70s. So it does not matter. It's just how you play your build and what skills you're using at the time. Right now in PvP, crowd control is king. So people are saying crowd control is broken. Crowd control is not broken because they put in the ability of crowd control impairment. Why people are not using crowd control impairment. Right here. There you go. You can't break something when they give you the answer right in front of you. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news to a lot of you guys who are like, oh my god, this is broken. No, here's the fix. Put some topazes in your gear, guys. And then you got a fix to all that crowd control that's happening to you. Here's another tip for you. Okay? I'm the master of tips here for you. Another one. Gear. Green numbers and red numbers. Green numbers and red numbers can be confusing. Some people say, oh look, I got a red number, it's bad, so I'm not going to use that gear. Or I have a green number and they say, oh, I can't use that gear. Okay, I picked the wrong one. That's all right. Now look at these two pieces of gear here. You got one that says 1316 per second and 1269 per second. You got one that's power level 658 and another one that's power level 649. Okay. Which one do you think is stronger? The 658 or the 649? What? Oh, what? Y'all don't know? You don't know? Okay, I'm sorry, just playing with you. Well, if you want to know, it would be this one. It would be the actual lower number. Why? Because of the stat on it. See how my weapon damage? Now, what, 14? And watch I switch. See how lower I got? You see that? And that's supposed to be a higher number. According to this, according to just looking at it, it says 1,316. I'm supposed to get a plus 47 increase. So you would think from looking at it that this is like better gear. Look, 649 item power, 658 item power. You would think it'd be a better number. But the reason why it's not a better number is, like I said, the second line. Anything in that second caption is what you need to look at. The reason why this build, this lower power is stronger than the other power is because of the second line. 82 points to willpower, which is my skill stat. And you remember, skills go into weapon damage. The more power you put into your skills, it also increases your weapon damage. Okay? So falling for the okie doke of looking at numbers and saying, oh my God, it's a green, it must be great. No. There are some pieces of gear that you'll have just about the bottom half will be even. And then yes, the green tops will be even and you can go back and forth. But you'll notice a big difference, as you can see, all because of the willpower here. Okay? And then you have like plus 32 to extra stats. Anything that gives you extra bonus stats on your build will automatically make your build stronger. Anything, anywhere you can get it, put it on there. Like here I got plus 44 to extra stats. Okay, see, that's even closer than the other one. See, that's even closer than this one. See, 144 here, and then I switch back. Then I got the 1357, and that's with the weaker one. I got the weaker one on. Okay. And then I'm going to put this one on. See? And then the one that's supposed to be a little bit better than that, this one here, is stronger than the other one. Not because it says 72, because if it's only 72 points, my damage should not go any higher than what it is. But since I got 82 willpower here, and I got 86 willpower here, the number is going to jump up even more. And you can even see it there. See action power, 2142. If I put it on this one, because it has 86 willpower besides 82, the number went up even higher. Because remember, that number is overall damage. See, and look, again, the number's going up. It was 4411. Do you see what I'm saying? It's all synergized together. Everything is synergized. They made the game to make everything work with each other. They don't want anybody to be, oh, I got the best build. Here is the meta build. Here is the top build to do. Follow me, follow me. There is no follow me. It's just stats. Every build is doable. Every character, every build, you can make it godlike. As long as you pay attention to where you're putting your stats and where the stats are coming from. Mainly worry about where your skill damage is coming from and how much power level you have in your weapons. Put those two together because it says here base damage and skill damage Both go together. And you've had one-handed, two-handed. I don't worry about that, but that's for you guys who need to worry about that one-handed, two-handed thing. But the main thing is the base damage equipment and skill scale off the base damage. Those two together gives you your higher damage attack power. Okay, okay. It's not that hard to figure out. People are making it really complicated online. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's like, I don't know. Second thing to make your character, another thing to make your character stronger is to make sure as soon as you can, grab all the aspects you need for your build as soon as you can. Either as you're playing, of course, do like I do. As you're playing, just find them as you're playing. Like it will normally drop as you're playing. Some of the aspects on different builds you can get automatically by going to your Codex of Power, and you can just go to the place, kill the guy, and then you'll have it for good. Or for specialized builds like mine, you have to find the pieces. Like 3 of my pieces, you can't, it's not on the Codex. So you can't get those on the Codex. Like this one here is not on the Codex. And where's the other one? Nope. Oh, did I take it off? Oh, yeah, I did. To show you guys what the other one is. This one, you have to find. That one's not in the Codex. And there is the landslide, which I'm going to put on. That's in my safe. That gives me landslides to do landslide twice in a row. So I can throw out 12 landslides besides 6. I'm going to put that here, but that's in my stash. But that's another one that you have to find to place into here. But things like that, some things that make your build special, you need to find out in the world. And that's all there is to it. Unfortunately, yes, this one here might be the strongest weapon that I have, unfortunately. But it's also the slowest weapon I have, unfortunately. I don't like one-handed weapons or two-handed weapons. I really don't. Yeah, people might say, yes, it is. Overall, yes, two-handed weapons are stronger than the one-handed. So far, I haven't found a good one-handed that can overpower or overshadow the two-handed. I'm pretty sure there's one in the game. There's one. I will find it. But until then, the two-handers is all everyone has. But if you have a specialized build, like I have, you need 2 hands, okay, to get more power out of your build. Okay, now again, like I said, to get more power out of your build, other than those numbers, is all about how your skills synergize with each other. Like I got my posterize, my core skill, and the other posterize. All 3, those go together really well. Because all I had to do, and this here, of course, I just got this. When you beat the game, you automatically get this for free. So that's nothing. Everyone gets this. A lot of people sell it. Like my clan leader, he sold his, but now he wants it back, so he's stuck without one. But you know, core hits 5 times or more. That's easy. One button does that for me. This one here, since the tectonic spikes out of the ground. Once that hits the spikes on the ground and I have a group around me, since I'm a tank type build, everyone's already swarming around me. I hit that move once, 5 people automatically hit. So I automatically get that damage instantly. One button. Or if there's only like 2 people near me and the other guys are farther away, I hit this. There's a circle around me of people getting hit. And I got a shockwave flying after you. So if you're trying to run away from me, you get hit again. So I will always have 5 hits. So that's always going to happen for me right there. Well, it always happens when there's 5 enemies in the room. Let me be honest about that. It always works when there's 5 enemies in the room. I always get that to proc. And landslides, everybody has that. I've seen a lot of builds with landslide. Of course, that's average. That's stupid. Placeholder. I'm known for placeholders. If you guys see my other builds, y'all know. This is my other favorite. This is gives you my Mother Nature. I have one more that gives me Mother Nature, but I'm trying to decide if I want to use it or not. Trying to decide if I want to use it. Like I said on my last video, I'm not sure if I want to destroy California or take out half of Gulf of Mexico with my build. I'm not sure. Right now, I'm only doing half of Mexico. But if I go to my stash, I can, if I go to my stash and I can take out California, that's not a problem. Oh, another good tip. I'm coming up with a whole bunch of tips for you guys. Another good tip to build up your strength. Move aspects, take aspects off your gear. Okay, like if you have a piece of gear that you know is crap, that you're never going to use it, the stats on there are bad, it's not going to give you any power, but the aspect is great. Like the aspect is good, like that's not a good one, but the aspect is good and you want to use it somewhere else. Take it off. It is cheaper to put an aspect onto a piece of gear than it is to make the gear that you already have one on and slap a new one on top of it. It costs extra material to do that. So to save material for really good stuff, for more important stuff, take stuff that you already have and then just slap it on to the one that you need. Plus it's always the best too, because the ones you take off are normally at higher stats. Like where's the one I'm going to put on next? Where is it? Where's the one I'm going to put on next? I have maxed out. Nope. Uh-oh. So this is what happens when people play your game. Don't tell me they deleted my stuff. Well, that's close enough. Yeah, that's what they did. Okay, well, I had I had one that was max, but I guess it's not here no more. Oh well, you try to get one that's max, and you place it onto your new gear, the one you're actually going to use. Okay, most likely you'll end up replacing it a couple of more times, and so you might need like 3 of these to get to where you need to go. You'll use one now, and then you'll put a new one onto your sacred gear, and then I think there's one more tier gear above that, so you might want to move that again to the next one. Once you imprint something onto a piece of gear, it is stuck there. So the ones you want to take off are also will always be the ones that have the top amount of gear or amount of points on it. Like this is 10 out of 12, so that's good. But this aspect here is the reason why I can take out California right here. This aspect here is great, but I have not seen a Druid build use it other than me. I checked everybody in my clan. I checked 2 different clans, and all the Druids don't use this one. So I guess I don't know. I guess I'm going to be the only one. But yeah. So that's how you get your power. It's plain and simple. It is not hard. You can do all the number crunching as you want, but you're gonna come with the same. You're gonna end up at the same solution that I just gave you. Keep an eye. All you gotta do is just keep an eye on your stats here. Find out which one gives you skill points, and find out which one gives you armor. Focus on getting those 2 numbers up as high as possible, and everything else comes in second. Okay? Whatever gives you armor, whatever gives you skill damage, worry about getting those 2 numbers up as high as possible. The other 2 come in secondary. And then you have all your other gear. You put in the right aspects you need. And then when you have the right aspects, you worry about the stats, the things on the second, everything in the second half, for like where it says willpower, core skills, all that stuff. That's the part you want to try to sync up or have it mix and sync up with your actual skills. Like if you're a vulnerable build, you want to make sure some of your skills here have vulnerable in it. I mean, some of your gear have vulnerable in it. If you want to do cost reduction, you want to make sure that has it in it. Like this one here has lightning resistance on it. I need to get rid of that. That's an extra spot that needs to have some other skill there. You want to keep your resistance above the line, not under. Keep your resistance above the line. You want to keep everything else under the line towards your offense and defense. Your main offense and defense. Your secondary, like your evasion, your potions to injuries, and your resistance, all that you want to keep above it. But everything else you want to place under. Okay? And that's it. It is really simple on how to work this game. Super simple. A lot of people are putting out some crazy tutorials on how to do this, and this makes no sense when it's super simple on how this game works. Really simple, really simple. It's just, you know, keep an eye on the numbers, follow what you gotta do. You will be throwing pieces away and grabbing new pieces. It's just how the game is made. The biggest thing is, like I just told my friend Sam. He's almost level 80. Rushing to 100 is a waste. Slow down, everybody. It's in my name. Ease up, people. Calm down. Rushing to 100 is only going to get you more frustrated for the rest of this time we have to have until season 1 starts, when you get new content. So this whole time, from here until whenever that happens, all you're going to hear online is just a bunch of people complaining about how they can't level up, how they can't do this, how they can't do that. The reason why you can't is because you decide to rush through all this stuff to get to that point where the game stops. You wanted to get to that point where it stops. There was no need to that. The developers didn't go and make the game past that point yet. They weren't thinking that you were going to just, no life the game and go straight to the end point of the game before they even make a season 1. But for some reason, they should have known this though. This is Diablo people. I mean, Diablo fans, they don't look at the game. They miss every single graphic in the game, any animation in the game. They can make this game straight 2D and people will still buy it because they don't notice anything. But anyway, they don't notice anything. I got another video. Well, I'm not gonna make the video. I'm just gonna send the whole video over to Activision and Blizzard because there's so many bugs in this game. The horses don't work. You get blocked out by environments. All of Act 6, there's clipping and tearing in the world. I can fall through the floor in 6 different areas, literally 6 different areas. All that stuff, no one is worrying about. People are just worrying about how much power can I get? How much power can I get? Man, it's so much to this. You guys gotta slow down, get a hold of yourself, and everything will work out. This game is beautiful. This game has so much potential to it, and it just started. Literally, it just started. But everybody wants to finish it before it starts. Weird, but that's the mentality of these kids today. And I wish them all luck. And hopefully they got a job. So, till next time, everybody. If you need more power tips, let a brother know and I got you. You know that. Until then, peace.